February 26th, 2017, my first attempt. August 16th, 2017, my second attempt. October 13th, 2017, my third attempt. Fast forward over a year on January 15th, 2019, my fourth attempt. April 18th, 2019, my fifth attempt. July 13th, 2019, my sixth and last attempt. Something that all these dates have in common is that these were days where I tried to take my own life. I remember feeling super scared and lost after each attempt because I knew that I was going to be sent to the hospital and I knew that there was no way out of it. And the crazy thing was that I was never really worried about myself. I was more worried about the people around me and the people that I loved. And I needed to make sure that they were okay. And for some reason, it was okay that I wasn't okay. And that made sense in the moment. See, the thing about me was that I was a huge people pleaser. I put others before myself and I made sure everyone else was happy because that made me feel good about myself. There are a lot of things that happen in my life that stem off my mental health struggles, but one thing that I know is the root of it is that I lost my vision at a really tough age. I was 12 years old when I started to lose my vision, and result of that, I lost a lot of other things. I lost friends, I lost connections with certain family members, and mostly I lost myself. I remember feeling like I was in a deep and dark abyss of depression, and like there was no way out. I felt like there was no one who could pull me out of that stormy cloud because I was just so lost and I felt trapped. So I turned to self-harm. Self-harm was an immediate release for me. I needed to feel some kind of physical pain because I was really hurting mentally. So I needed to match the outside to what was on the inside. And that was my unhealthy coping mechanism. And I used it daily, and it got really, really bad. I still had the support from my family and my therapists and people that I kept close, but I couldn't see a reason to keep going. I tried to find at least one reason to stay alive, but for some reason the numbers to just kill myself kept increasing and increasing. A quote from a poem by Sabrina Benaim, quote, "Depression is like a fly on the palm of a bear's hands, and sometimes it's the bear," end quote. I really feel like sometimes there's days where I don't even want to get out of bed, and there's days where I feel okay, and then there's days where I wish I wouldn't have even woken up. The thing about depression is that it's really a shapeshifter, and I feel like the more I do, the less it works. But I've learned over the years that it's okay not to be okay. And after years and years of therapy, I really tapered down my therapy sessions. I went from 3 times a week to 2 times a week to once a week. And I remember one time my therapist told me what's wrong, and I told her it was everything. And she told me that I needed to get through this. I needed to do this for myself. And that's when I realized I needed to do it for myself. There was no one who was going to pull me out of this storm. It was just going to be me. The max that my family and friends and loved ones can put is 50%, and that other 50% needs to come from me. I felt like I was being defeated all the time. Every single day I woke up and I was like, why am I doing this? I don't feel the need to keep going. And then I really utilized therapy the way I was supposed to. And throughout that, I learned that I'm just a human and my feelings are valid. And there's nothing that can really stop me unless I let it. And right now, on October 9th, 2020, a few days before my 21st birthday, I can finally say that I actually want this birthday. For the last 8 years, I've been saying, like, I don't even want to see another day, let alone another year. So I never really liked to celebrate my birthdays. I was always really miserable, and today I'm finally ready to say that I actually want this birthday. I have an official diagnosis. It's called major depressive disorder with psychotic features, and I also struggle with PTSD and anxiety. but these things have really shaped me as a person, yet they don't define me.